Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends where you are watching from. Happy weekend to all of you. Yeah, please, if this is your first time of watching our video, please do well by hitting on the red subscribe button by so doing you promote our YouTube channel. If you are already subscriber, thank you very much. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep liking and commenting, no matter how short and brief the comment is or would be. So thank you very much for your consistency. I really am worried with this saga in Imo State, and that is why I'm really bringing this video back once again on making this slight different video. That is a saga between immediate past governor of Imo State and now the senator, Rochas Okorocha and Emeka Ihedioha. Not only two of them. It's all about Rochas, Emeka Ihedioha, the recovery, team committee, and the police in Imo State. So it's a broad and complex, situation now, and that is why I'm bringing it back to know what you guys have to say about it. You know, I'm not siding anybody, neither am I, on the side of any of them. But I'm trying to, hear from you people and let us discuss justice here, because in the law of equity, justice must prevail. Now, a few days ago, Rochas Okorocha, senator, came online and ordered Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha to order his men, the recovery committee, team, one of them that slapped the daughter, to publicly apologize. So I don't know whether the apology was, rendered or not. But I read also one of the chairman of that particular committee came to say that none of his members slapped Owele Rochas Okorocha's daughter, Oloma, the wife of Uchewosu. That none of them slapped him. That was an allegation. But if he thinks she was slapped, that he knows the right place to go, he should go to court. That was the response from the committee, recovery committee chairman, or one of them. So, and since then, I've not heard anybody confirming that yes, the daughter of the senator, Rochas Okorocha, was slapped. And to me, I don't think anybody can gather such moral, to slap her, because no matter what, it's an abuse, an assault too. But I don't think anybody, did that kind of assault on her. If anybody had done that, I think by now, Rochas Okorocha would have personally, taken such person up or got that person arrested. So that, by the way, if you know anything about that, don't fail to, tell us on the commentary box below. So we have another, allegation from Rochas Okorocha also to this present government. He said Imo State, he said making Ihedioha, he accused making Ihedioha of destroying institutions, and urges Emeka Ihedioha to take caution know. So from what I have, Rochas Okorocha for scrapping of varsities established by him. He said Emeka Ihedioha should take it easy. So Rochas Okorocha, accuses the government of Emeka Ihedioha, the government of Imo State led by Emeka Ihedioha, of destroying institutions, and urges caution. The former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, has faulted the recommendation of the committee on the review of 6 new tertiary institutions and 4 polytechnics and colleges of education created by him for describing them as improper. He said Governor Emeka Ihedioha should take things easy as he takes action against his administration from 2011 to 2019. So that's really Rochas Okorocha talking. And look at what he said, against this young man. Okay. He said also, he accused him of destroying institutions built by him since he came on board on May 2019. The committee, chaired by a former Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, that's FUTO, Professor Jude Njoku, had, separately addressed journalists and submitted their recommendations to the governor on the institutions, faulting their establishment and the twilight of the last administration when the resources were not, there to sustain them. So that's exactly what he said. Okay, a statement also by the media aid, special assistant media, some to Rochas Okorocha, that's some unwomen. So he also faulted the committee as ill-conceived, targeted at destroying the former governor's work, saying, that is, I'm quoting him now, "We appeal to Governor Ihedioha to take things easy and always think deeply before acting on issues instead of doing otherwise." That's Sam Onwamedo, suggesting to Emeka Ihedioha, alleging that he's just out to destroy what Rochas Okorocha administration, achieved in Imo State. Okay, let's still see what they said here. He said, what was expected of the committee at the end of its assignment was to submit their findings or reports to the governor, who would then hand over the reports to the Attorney General of the state to look at all the legal ingredients involved in the establishment of the universities and others before making any specific pronouncement on them. So that's what Owele's media aid suggested that making Ihedioha, would have done. Okay, so he didn't stop on that. But before I continue on what he said, let's hear from Professor Njoku's action also. Okay, let's continue. He said he kept condemning Professor Njoku's action. He said Professor Njoku's action only shows the speed and zeal with which the government of the day, that is the present government, wants to destroy all the landmark projects of All Progressive Congress, APC. So in this, which Senator Okorocha had, headed. That's what he said. Equally, he said, scrapping the 6 universities, 4 polytechnics, and 3 colleges of education built by Okorocha's government, which have already taken off with befitting, structures on ground and the operational licenses, granted already. was obviously, counterproductive. It was not the best action. So Rochas media aid still say. So the government would have looked at the ideas and the vision behind the building of the institutions and their advantages, both short-term and long-term, and then take things easy with them in lieu of being hasty in scrapping them. Obviously, the governor was looking at the man behind the institutions, that's Okorocha, instead of looking at their inbuilt merits, both now and in the nearest future. So that's exactly what the media aide to Wele said. Conclusively, there's something he said here. Look at what he said. He said, we want to let the governor Ihedioha know that Okorocha had done 8 years as governor and cannot be governor again. He should stop acting as if he is in contest with former governor. We are saying this because the zeal with which the governor has been destroying and discrediting all that the former governor labored to put in place has become worrisome to all Imo people. Is that true? So I need answers here. And others too. All the facilities Okorocha used to beautify Owerri, the state capital, have all been removed as if INEC announced him governor for the sake of removing and destroying all that Okorocha built. That's what Owerri said. So guys, I don't know what you think about this. Tell me what you think about this, these accusations from the side of Rochas Okorocha, to the present government of Imo State, led by Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha. So he have accused him of destroying all his structures, institutions, universities, polytechnics, all the structures he used in beautifying Imo State, that they are quickly, speedily destroying all of them. So, guys, I don't know what you think about this. Tell me whether you have observed these things, whether it is true. And if it is true, what do you think about it? Is it the right thing to do or wrong thing? Is it commendable or, condemnable? So, don't fail to say something on this. So, this is the second allegation. The first one accusation, the first one was the slapping of her daughter. If you know about that, let us know also. Then, that is it. So, but the other side, the committee has also, the panel recovery committee have also indicated that they have recovered, 60 vehicles from alleged looters, and now they're, targeting 1 aircraft out of the 4 aircrafts, So, Okorocha is even asking them to bring the proof that those vehicles belonging to the wife are looted, So, but let's see exactly what happened here, So, even from what is going on and from what I read, it seems the police in the state, though federal police, is not helping the recovery committee to recover those alleged stolen, properties of Imo State. So, guys, I don't know what you think about this. Does it mean the police is against the recovery, movement? Are they against it, or are they in support of it? So, I was equally read that the police are not in support of them because they've not brought the correct document that they are expected to bring for police to give them escorts for the recovery movement. So that the one they brought was faulted, and they accepted the fault and were asked to go back and get it corrected. But up to that the moment this publication was made, that they've not been able to come back with the corrected warrant and documents. So that is what that have been stopping the police from giving them escort, but they are accusing the police of not even supporting them or helping them this recovery mission. So even out of the vehicles they have recovered, that the police have seized up to 6 of them, claim that it's an exhibit. So I don't know what you people would think. Does it mean the police is not in support of this present administration on this their recovery mission? Are they on the side of Owele's Dora? They even accuse the DSS. Why DSS said their men were sent when there was a kind of affray over there, maybe to stop some mayhem that may have resulted as a result of the challenges over there. So I even heard Wallace Dora saying that why must they come to that particular place in as much as the EFCC had already sealed that place and is under investigation, why they have equally appealed that the recovery team supposed not to have come to that particular place, even going to the extent of opening their boxes and so on and so forth, where some properties were packed. So that's what the lady was saying on the publication. So I don't know what you think about it. If EFCC have sealed that place, was anybody supposed to go there? Or do they have warrants to go there by the court or police, or a kind of court order to go? They make away with those things. Their own power and the power of the EFCC, which one supersedes the other. So tell me what you think about this. I'm not on a bit of knowledge. I'm not an island. I want to learn from you. I'm just making the news, communicating with us. Let us think what we think is the best thing, they would have done or they should do. So no abuse, no insult. We are just trying to make sure our place is comfortable for us to live, and then put to stop, this selfish government, or this familiocracy, favoritism and nepotism of all manner and kinds. Whoever that enters, make sure he favors those closer to him. That's what we are trying to criticize and make sure it is, stopped. Even though the present government, if he start doing that way, we will come up to, criticize him, So we don't want to know who is doing it, where he comes from, what his name is. No. But what we need is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is it. So, guys, so we have here that the chairman, Imo State Committee Recovery of Movable Assets, Chief Jasper Ndobak, said the panel has recovered about 60 vehicles and other items since its inauguration. Wow, 60 vehicles. That's exactly what they're saying here. Okay, that's good. The former House of Assembly members, for Isialambano disclosed, in an Igbo program of a private radio station, Dalian FM, he regretted that the effort of the committee to recover 1 aircraft out of 4, which former Governor Rochas Okorocha said the state acquired under his watch for the Imo Airport project in partnership with Dana A, was yet to be realized. So the man regretted that it's yet to be realized. They have not done much on that. Okay, Ndobak said the panel was working hard to put its papers in order to, approaching Dana A to ask for the aircraft. He accused the police in the state of not cooperating with the committee to recover the items, regretting that the police seized some of the items they recovered as exhibits. So that's exactly what I said. So they said, Ndobak said they are working towards achieving what Professor, what's the Isialamba no House of Assemblyman, said is he regretted of. So they're working on it. So kudos to them. What do you think about it? So they now, I'm putting them, what the police are doing to us is not good. The court has ordered police to give us escorts for the recovery, but they are not complying. Police have seized 6 to 7 vehicles recovered, saying that they are SBs. What the police are doing is, when the committee recovers, they take and lock. There is nothing that the state government does not own that we have taken away. Some of the items are marked Imo State government. The commissioners of police saw them, but he helped in confiscating them. He said the panel alleged that when they went to recover some items at all in one shop last weekend, the security agents of Okorocha daughters came in between. Okay, according to Ndobak, the panel had reported the matter to the DSS, but the CP in the state, Rabiu Ladodo, debunked the allegation that his men were disrupting the committee's work. They said it wasn't true. Nothing that his legal team faulted the search warrant, which the committee was yet to remedy on his advice. Yes, that the search warrant was not okay. They faulted it and wanted to, put it right. Okay, Ladodo said that the comments could only be the truth when they were ready to cooperate for peace. Noting that he dispersed them when there was turmoil to prevent violence. His ways, that's what he said. I asked them to bring the court order. My lawyer and I pointed out mistakes. They accepted. We asked them to go and correct it. I did not see them. I did not give them police escort because they did not bring the corrected ones. So guys, you can see the reason. I challenged them to come with the truth and a face-to-face interview in my presence, so I can put them through and we know the truth. So that's exactly the defense from the police. They said they are not, from what we are seeing now, they are not working against the recovery team, but what they are doing is to make sure due process is being taken. So when a letter of warrant, search was brought, the police, look at it and detected some errors. They found some errors, which the committee also accepted that those were errors, and they were advised to go and correct them and come back for escort to be given to them. But from what the police service is now saying, they've not been able to come up with the corrected search warrants. So you cannot say they're not helping you if actually this is the truth. So in summary, there is a kind of a saga now between the committee, which in quotes is the government, the police, and the Owerri Rochas Okorocha's family. So what do you think about these guys? Does it mean the police is working against the recovery of alleged stolen items? Or it's just because the committee has not done what they should do? So tell me what you think about this. So guys, like I rightly said, it's all about Owerri Rochas Okorocha. They are claiming that Emeka Ihedioha is not concentrating, he's not doing nothing, that he's just fighting Owerri, not even, taking into consideration the merits, advantages of those institutions. or whatever good Owole has done. But it's after, criticizing him, discrediting him, and demolishing stuffs he built, his landmarks, his legacies in Imo State. So, do you think this is true? So, if it is true, let us know with evidence. If it is not true, still let us know with your reasons. So, thank you. I remain Global Message TV. Keep sharing to people. Keep subscribing. Just don't listen and go away. Just drop a comment. Do like or dislike. Do criticize what I said. If you see areas that I said against the present government or the immediate past government or the family of the senator Rochas Okorocha. So thank you for watching. God continue to bless you as you continue to watch, comment, and share to others.